7 minutes. Toastmaster Jayaseelan, leading with a purpose. Leading with a purpose, Toastmaster Jayaseelan.
Thanks, distinguished Toastmasters Satish Menon. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests.
Good morning.
Have you ever heard that people telling that I'm not liking this job, just my parents pushed me into this job? So how many of you heard this kind of talking from your friends or colleagues? Please raise your hands. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your response. Many of us heard this conversation. So now tell me, how much percentage of your team or in your company, the staff, they're really engaged in their work? Engaged means they are really contributing to their work with their heart, by putting their heart. How much percentage? Please, you can say any number between 0 and 100.
45 to 50.
Okay, thank you.
70.
70, 70.
70.
17, okay. Thank you, Toastmaster. So let us see what Gallup survey says. So if you look into that latest status of the workplace, global workplace 2025 report, Gallup, Washington, it reveals that only 30% of employees in India, they are engaged in their work. That means if you are having a team size of 10, only 3 people are really contribute to their work by putting their heart in their work. Other 7 people, they simply come and go by taking the salary and without really contributing to the work. So that is the state of affairs. In this digital era, we cannot use command and control to get the work things done from the staff. Under this context, leading with purpose assumes significance. So why purpose? So when the person is purpose aligned, they are giving their best. They are creative. So their productivity level goes up by 225%. This is a research finding by Bain and Company, published in Harvard Business Review. And when the person is purpose aligned, they're also happy because they love what they do. So their energy level is high. Energy is contagious. They also impact others around them. And what is purpose? So purpose is making a difference in the life of others. It is not just serving the interests of financial shareholders, but it is serving the interests of all key stakeholders like clients, staff, community, and environment at large. So let me share a story to demonstrate this power of purpose. So I was working in a bank at Usilambatti, a rural center. My job is to give loan and to collect back that loan repayments. I happen to work under a project of women development project wherein they incorporate a lot of training modules. So under the project, we are expected to make loans to the poor rural women and make them entrepreneurs. That made me very passionate about that, and I was totally involved in that project. So in one village, a small hamlet at the foothills of an interior location, Subamma, a small farmer, having very little land, around 3 acres of land. She was cultivating food crops during that time. So she could raise only 1 crop a year. So other times the lands will be remaining fallow. But she was having good water facilities. So we did one thing. So we linked her with the horticulture department and introduced the latest technology to her. During that time, tissue culture banana was introduced. She raised that crop and she had a bountiful harvest. The bunches are double the size of the normal bananas. She exhibited in an exhibition organized by the bank, wherein the Union Finance Minister visited. And during his visit to that particular stall, we explained. So how the life was transformed because he adapted this latest technology. And the minister was happy. He made a handshake with that lady, Subhamal, and we clicked a photo. And we prepared a case study and we shared with many things. And when at the competition, she got selected and she was announced as a most empowered woman. And she was called Delhi. She fly back to Delhi and got the award. So once she received the award, she called to me over phone. Sir, I got the award. The first time in my life I've flown in aircraft. So I never dreamt of flying the aircraft like that. So this kind of real success stories, real transformations makes us happy and it is a fulfilling life. Do you want to start your purpose journey? Use 3P methods. P is for passion. Second P is for proficiency. Third P is for problem solving. So what you are passionate about, in which you have good at, using your skills in which you are good at, serve the community to make a difference in the life of others. That is purpose. So to conclude, if you want to make a difference in the life of others, find your purpose and make a small action. The small action will make a big change in the life of others. So the leading with the purpose is always gives fulfillment, and find your purpose means will follow. Thanks. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayaseelan, for that.
On our second evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon, to evaluate our second speeches, Toastmaster Dr. Jayaseelan's speech. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Satish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uma. Toastmaster Jayaseelan, your project was to deliver a speech with a personal story to inspire the audience on leading with a purpose. And you started the speech very well. Any speech is very effective when it is supported by data, because data speaks, and it is very easy for any audience to relate to whenever you get data in the speech. And your speech had the right amount of data when you spoke, when you talked about the surveys, the Gallup services and the Bain and Company, which talked about employee engagement and employee effectiveness. Also, a speech can be made more effective when you ask questions. When you ask questions, you are involving the audience in your story. You are making them a part of your story. And that's very good when you ask questions to the audience, because immediately I think everyone got involved into the story as to what are you going to say. So questioning audience, involving the audience, presenting the right data to support your facts in the story. This is something which makes a speech a very effective speech. If you look at the anecdotes that you gave during your speech, one was about employees, the other was about your experience working in a bank in Uslampatti and how you helped financed certain farmers, and some of them went on to get an award from the president. Now, those were very simple stories, but they were like something which would really inspire a lot of people. The great examples are not about moving the oceans. Great examples that we do in leading life with purpose is about empowering people. Moving the oceans can be left to the scientist, but empowering others is something which each one of us can do. And that is that empowerment that helps individuals to be the change and to better their lives and take it to the next level. And your example that you gave was a profound example in that direction. So the speech was very effective. It was supported by data. It was supported by live examples, which showed that how difference has been made to the life of individuals. What can be done better? these example narration that you had, I found that it was being a bit conversationalist, like about two people sitting across a room and talking. To make the speech more effective, you can take that example and make it as a more effective, like presenting it as a story. So when you do that, the impact on the audience would be much more compared to what they would have today. But otherwise, it was a very well delivered speech. With this minor changes, you can take it to the next level. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.